Hello and welcome back to another episode where we read music that I have on hand for just to help you get better. Today we have "Celebrate the Joy," a Christmas overture orchestrated by Richard Kingsmore. Keep seeing his name more, more and more. But that's okay. It's for horn 1 and 2, just like the last pieces that we've been looking at. Orchestrated by Richard Kingsmore, Christmas Overture. So that means we're going to see probably a couple of different songs packed into this one overall song. We may hear an overall theme being played at the beginning. That's okay. We see driving quarter note equals 88 beats a minute, which is it's a pretty moderately slow pace. I don't know where this 4 came from. It's probably a typo. But we see we're in concert C. That's because this is horn. Concert C would be my G, or horns G. So you see we're in Celebrate the Joy, Christmas Overture. We're in my G, the horns G, which is concert C, 4/4, meaning there's going to be 4 quarter notes to a measure. And the quarter note is going to get the beat. We're going to start off very strong. We're going to start off very strong with this rhythmic pattern. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba, and then we're going to change keys, and we're going to have the same rhythmic pattern. Have this 8th note rest right here, which that's the downbeat of 4. So really, the and of 4 is going to really kind of technically be part of the next phrase right here. We're going to make sure we start off strong. Have these accents right here, here. Here's another one here. Make sure we have a crescendo pretty good into crescendo. Don't forget that into the key change. So this is going to be concert D flat. It's my A flat, or the horns A flat, concert D flat, and it's the same rhythm, just in a different key. You see it here. We're starting on A flat instead of G. So it looks like we're going up. Looks like the key is going up by half a step is what it looks like. Each time. So look, here we go. We've got another. So we've got these breath marks. They look important. Don't forget those. Those are easy to miss if you're not looking out for them. So Richard Kingsmore, he is telling you to make sure you take a good breath after this half note tied over this 8th rest with this 8th note. So after this G, or it's my G, make sure to acknowledge the breath mark, and then go into the next key. Same thing, breath mark. Key. So this is what, C, G, D. The next note is going to be an A. So we've gone from G to A flat to A, and we're continuing to go up in the key. And we have the same rhythms. And here we go. Finally, at measure 6, we have something different. We have a dotted quarter note, 2 16th notes, which is going to be the and of 2. Both of these notes together are going to produce the and of 2. So 3. So it's 1 and 3. But we're not going to count. But there's 2 16 notes, so it's 1, 1, 2, and So I would count that and 1 and a 3 and a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So that's how that would be counted. So this accidental right here, G natural. Yep. It is. It's outside the key signature, so it needs to be marked. Right here, we see it again. And this accent right here, we're going to acknowledge that. We go back to the key of C again, which is where we started. Started right here, going back to the key of C. Concert C, my G. Then we're going to wait. Then we've got some resting to do. So this is, in this song, if I were to take a guess, this portion right here, the double bar, is probably a new song. A new song has started, or we've been introduced to a new part of the thing. Maybe this is the beginning of the first medley or something like that. We're going to wait 7 measures. That's 7 whole measures of waiting around. So it's this measure. So all except for the first downbeat of measure 8, all of measure 9. So I have 8 total measures of rest, if you do not include this one. And then 1 and a 2 and a 1, 3, 4. 4 measures of rest, and then we go into 16, and then we go into 6/8. So here, Richard tells us that in 2, quarter note equals dotted quarter note. I don't know what he means by that. We're just gonna. I know what he. I know he's left us some notes to pay attention to, but I, off the top of my head, cannot remember what that's supposed to mean. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me right now, unless he's trying to remind you that this is going to be it's going to feel like 2, and the downbeat is going to be notated as the dotted eighth note or dotted quarter note, which makes sense. That's exactly how I would read 6/8, because you got 6/8 notes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6/8 notes that are taking up the entire measure. And if you remember from past videos, 3/8 notes is the same as a dotted quarter note. So if I have 2 dotted quarter notes, it's going to take up beat 1 and beat 2 of each measure. So that's probably what Richard's trying to tell us, and I just missed it the first time around. But we're getting into the 6/8 party right here, a forte piano. So we need to start strong, and then immediately go into the piano like this for all these for this very long note right here. This we're still in concert C, so it's my E right here. Then we're gonna make sure we play beat 2 of this measure, or I guess beat, depending on how you say it. I'm gonna say beat 2, but technically it's beat 4, 4, 5, and 6. You're gonna make sure we rest. This beat right here, we're gonna make sure we only cover beats 1 and 2, and 3 is gonna be taken up by this 8th rest right here. So then we have some more resting right here into this key change, double bar right here. So something new is happening, and then so ba 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 da 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 ba ba da 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 da. I probably counted that wrong, but that's how I'd sing it, because we're still in 6/8. Remember, so it's going to kind of feel so. Reading through this, it'll feel like it's swung, kind of. But if you remember, so this is going to be beat 1 right here, beat 2. This is a one beat and 2 beat of the measure, so on and so forth. So if you just remember that it's in 1, 2, 1, 2, so this note's going to take up 2/3 of beat 1, and this note's going to take up 2/3 of beat 2. That'd be a great way to help read through what all these measures mean. Let's get to this last part where I messed up the 16th notes. So it's two dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is just tying up the end of the phrase right here. So, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So that's all that. That's how I would sing it, at least. We have plenty of flats to remember. We are in concert D flat, and we're getting to this 3 measures of rest, which is fun, leading us to this phrase right here, starting on beat 2 or beat 4, technically, of this measure. Making sure we get increasingly loud. Where were we at? We're still pretty soft. We're piano up here, and I don't see any markings telling us to get any louder. So right here, we're probably going to go back to like a, let's say, just mezzo piano, maybe mezzo forte, some sort of medium volume to get us to more like a room temperature volume, I guess, is how you probably could say it. So it's 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, rest. And make sure you acknowledge that breath mark. That's important. 1, 2, down. So we're going to get soft into a rubato feel. Going back into 4/4. Rubato, musical term for expressive, rhythmic freedom. Okay, so rubato, going to have some rhythmic freedom. We're getting to a lovey-feely type of section, concert B flat. Rubato feel, 4/4, and we got a whole note taking it down. So I'm not sure, I don't remember what song this is. 3 measures of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so we're starting to get the melody right here at this double bars. So this is probably just a transitional thing right here into going back to concert D flat. Oh man, this song is really giving us the workaround on the key signatures. So uh, odd tempo. So we're going back to the original tempo because we had a retard right here. So rubato 4/4 slowed down, brought it back up right here. So I'm assuming that we went down to maybe a piano or a pianissimo right here, and we're going to bring it back up to mezzo forte or something, a tempo. So we're going to go back to the top. So it was 88 at the very beginning. So a tempo is probably going to be 88 again. And we're going to make sure we play this phrase starting with this E flat right here. It's pretty simple, straightforward. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 4, and 1, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 3. And then when 2 measures of rest, make sure we come down to some sort of appropriate level, like maybe piano. And we're going to hit this concert B flat again. Going into a 6/8 in 2, so it's the same reminder we had earlier in the music. Going to just come back to it. 5 measures of rest. So 1, 2, 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 1, and 2, and then 3 measures of rest. Bum 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 bum. Pretty simple. If you just think about it again, if you just think about it like it being swung, it'll probably read a little bit better to you. The only confusing thing is probably right here, where you have these 2/8 notes. They're not. It's not one and. You got to remember there's supposed to be three 6/8 notes in the entire measure. So here's one of them right here. It's being taken up by a rest. Here's 2 and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. Eighth notes 4, 5, and 6 are all being smushed into this dotted quarter note. So that completes the measure, and that's how you'd read that. So uh, if you kind of another way I think about some of these rhythms is in 6/8. If I think about this being a triplet, like this entire beat being a triplet, where it's instead of dividing the beat into two different distinct measure or just two different distinct actions, it's 3. So it's triplet, 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 triplet instead of just 1 and 2 and. That's another way I use another tactic, strategy, however you want to say it, that I use to help read 6/8 a little bit easier, make a little more sense to me. So let's get all that out of the way. Go back. We're here 4 measures of rest. So yes, we got these little dots under here. So we want to make sure that when we play in these notes, we're very staccato. Da, 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 da. That's what those dots are telling you. So yeah, all right. So we're at a mezzo forte. So it's triplet, 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 1 or triplet, triplet, triplet through 2, 1, dun 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 dun. Bum da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. So here we have a bunch of stuff. This does look pretty intimidating right here, but it's nothing crazy. I don't know why we have these parentheses going on. Here, let's zoom in on that. The parentheses don't mean anything to me. They're just kind of in the way. Maybe to someone who's better at reading music, I don't know. To me, all this is just an octave. All these notes up here, this top line is just an octave above this. Maybe that's why it's in parentheses. I personally am not that great of a horn player to be playing G's and A's like this. I can play them, but they're not going to be very good, especially in this sustained was that almost 2-3 beats or something like that. I would, if it's going to be me, I'm going to opt to play the lower octave down here, right here. This is what I'm playing. I'm just going to scratch all this out. I'm not even going to look at it. So da 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 da. So that's what all that means. It looks intimidating. It's not scary. Don't let it fool you. So we're going to go right back here to this dynamic marking. We're going to get get louder, crescendo into this forte. Gonna bring us home with this rhythmic part, which I think we've already sang it. Maybe not counted it out, but just like up here, well, we see it right here too. This split part, I think I've covered this in previous videos, but the split part, because this is an arrangement for both horn 1 and horn 2. The horn 2 would just take the bottom. 9 times out of 10 is going to take the bottom notes, and the horn 1 is going to take these top notes. So if you're horn 1, you're probably playing this F right here, this E flat, F, C, or B flat, C, E flat, F. And if you're horn 2, you're probably playing G, A, B flat, C to finish out the song. And we know we're done because we have this ending double bar thing right here. So not a bad piece, a bunch of familiar tunes. It's a little rhythmically complicated, but just with a little practice, sounding it out, counting it out, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Nothing hard at all. The only difficult part of this piece is going through all the key changes. So we have, like I said, we have concert C right here, concert D flat right here, C, G, D right here. So yeah, C, D flat, D. Yeah, just like I said, yeah. So the key is getting incrementally higher. It's just modulating 1/2 step up at a time until right here where it jumps back down to concert C, and we just start playing the piece and get into it. Well, here we go, D flat right here again. Yeah, but that's it. That's the only complicated part right here is at the beginning, going through the key changes. But yeah, overall not bad. And hopefully this video helped you get through some of these, get through this. Hopefully me walking you through it and how I would count it, what I see, maybe that helps you read music a little bit better. I enjoy making these videos, going over just things that I have laying around because I do play French horn and I do play with a local symphony organization. It's all volunteers. And yeah, it helps. Not only does it help me, but hopefully it's helping you in your beginning stages. Maybe you're an intermediate player. My wife is a music teacher, and some of the things that I point out, she totally misses because she either forgets to teach, or she either forgets it because she's been playing for so long, playing piano for so long, or it's something that she didn't notice because she always misses it, or what have you. So hopefully I've brought some light to your musical adventures, and hopefully you learned something.